What up, yo? Part 2. Welcome to the ScOutCast presents Paint to Paint. We went from my lisp up here. We went from one side of the paint. We're going to the other side of the paint now. We're going full court pressure. And right now we're going to take it that way. We got two friends of ours. One you saw earlier. Another you've seen on other shows. He's going to be a little late, but he'll hop on when he can. But we got another one that is a very, very special friend. And he has, I'll let him promote his endeavors, his YouTube channel. And I will go ahead and drop him on first. We have worked together on Slash the Paint. We have worked together on Get Fired Up, Defend Your Take. Guess what? He is no one's fool. Stay in school. Guess what? Give it up for BT. Gabe, what is up, my friend?
Hey, yeah, so you can change your Twitter handle, Erock, in case you were wondering. And I'm just excited to teach the masses about YouTube. It's a new medium for some people like Josh, so really excited.
Well, it's funny you say that because there is a guy, he's JV, but he moved up to varsity. So let there be no disparity. When we move on and we explain to the masses that we are going to get them cashes, and let's go ahead and start a master classes. Bring it up for JV, Josh Valdez, varsity.
Oh, yo,
there he is. All right.
First time
I don't understand what Gabe is talking about. I've been on YouTube for years and years, but I guess not all of us are in touch with reality, so whatever. But I'm glad to be back on the show for the second time today with the one and only Erock, and of course BTG. I love the jersey, man. He even got his own merch. Look at this guy, man, legend.
That's right. Shop online at ScOutCast.com. That will happen.
Hey, you'll get there soon enough. Anything is possible.
I'm with it. Get beer koozies.
Yeah, shout out to ScOutCast. So Erock, how long has the ScOutCast era been going on now? Just for my information.
I have had. I'm so glad you asked. I've had this actually in the thinking stage for a long time. It's always about building up your audience, and our audience on Total Apex. Not saying we're done with it, because if Slash the Paint comes back, I'm happy, and I'm really happy for all the support that has brought, and I'm loving the carry on that this has brought as well. ScOutCast has been my idea for a long time, where we can have a digital media platform, strictly digital media, not articles, because articles to me are the new. People have short attention spans; they don't like to read anymore. Plus, they like to listen to podcasts, so we can cover literally one sport at a time, and hopefully, we can entertain the masses and inform. And so far, we have made people money. And I'm going to follow my own advice, do as I say, not as I do. So I'm going to try and follow the advice I give the betting public today. Thank you for asking, by the way. Hey, let's go before we move on. Gabe, Mr. Gabe, what is the name of your YouTube channel that I was on earlier? Yeah. I was on earlier, and it was a very, very good, successful show.
Yeah, so for people like Josh who maybe don't know, so you go to www.youtube.com. and then type in Curious Sports Pulse, and you'll see our YouTube channel there. Got a couple videos up there. Go to CuriousSportsPulse.com, and on the Twitter, I couldn't get that handle. We're gonna buy that one day from the person who does have it. But right now on Twitter, we're at SportsPulse100.
There we go, baby. There we go. And we'll get to our plug. We'll go plug ourselves later on. But right now, we've kind of talked this. We've beaten this to the ground. But you know what? It's sports. There's always more to talk about. There's always it's an onion, if you will, a metaphorical onion. There's layers to this. There's levels to this ish. So let's go ahead. there's a game tonight, but we're not going to start with that. We're going to start with the thing we were talking about earlier. We're going to keep talking about what adjustments will the Timbs need to make to slow the emerging role players of the Mavs tonight. That has been a big struggle. You're not going to stop. You're not going to stop Riri, and you're not going to stop Luka Magic, most likely. You might stop unless they start missing, they go cold. So it's the role players. What do y'all think about said topic I have introduced, or executive producers have introduced? Gabe, let's start with you. Sorry, I'm not used to having two other people.
Oh, yeah. What adjustments? I don't know if there is an adjustment you can make. I know you kind of felt that, and this is again from our conversation earlier. You kind of felt that Anthony Edwards would get a bounce back game. I don't. I think he could have a bounce back mentality, and for sure, you hope that they can hang in a little longer and maybe not look fatigued. But it's Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, and when those two players are on, either one of them, I don't think there's much of anything you can do individually defensively outside of maybe double and have better switches. But even then, that's often not enough. And even then, they have more than capable teammates. So I truly think that Mavericks are in the driver's seat.
All right. Sounds like you're pretty, yes, just like earlier, shout out to the Polts over there. He's high on the Mavs right now, and every reason to be so. Right now, they look pretty static for one game. But Varsity, what do you think, man? Like, what is the role players? We talked about this on the part one. The role players are stepping up. So, what can they do, man? What can they do?
Yeah. So, I remember Kyrie said something after the game I thought was interesting. He said their goal is to bring Rudy out into the perimeter. Because when Rudy's on the perimeter, he's much less effective than when he's not, when he's in the paint. So I think that it's simple. The Wolves have to keep Rudy inside at all times, because if he is around the rim, it's a lot harder to score around the rim. Of course, Rudy's not the end all be all, but he is the defensive player of the year for a reason. So if they can keep getting Rudy out into the outside, it's gonna be a tough series for the Wolves. Rudy is the defensive anchor for the best defense in the league. So I think he's kind of the key to the whole operation of that side of the ball for them.
I tend to agree, and we got a comment real quick. Yay! We got a comment from the fans here, and it's very complimentary. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Misinformation on the internet is not cool, Joe.
I missed you. Hey, earmuffs, bro. Earmuffs. I'd love it. Yes, sir. No earmuffs.
I remember one time I said Kelly Oubre was handsome, and Gabe just let me have it, man. He just wouldn't let me get.
Keep it up, Josh. You'll be part 2. Keep it up.
Well, I'm curious because who else is handsome, and he's been putting in his booty duty today for the New York Municipal Court. His jury duty, excuse me. He's probably got an opinion on this. He always does. Thank you, Joe. You're a handsome devil yourself, my friend. Sorry about the Knicks again. All these Knicks fans. What am I doing? All right. Hey, you know what? What do you think about this, Jordan?
Oh no! Like I said, Gabe's naked. His beard. Good grief, it's naked.
What is happening?
In the courthouse?
Yeah. No, I'm out. No, outside the train station. No, I'm outside waiting for my train. That's the thing. So I might leave. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun going home.
Well, Jordan, real quick while you're on this, as New York as that is, going to the Bronx on the subway doing a podcast. There you go. There's a lot weirder things that go on the subway than that, so that's okay.
True.
So, what do you think? You see the question, right?
Yep, I see it.
Give me your response.
do what they did back in with the Nuggets, like lock them out, like try and see if you can like blockade them. Maybe try. I want to say double team because you might leave Doncic and Kyrie open for some threes. But yeah, like you might need to block. You might need to like do some sort of like blockage, like just I personally don't know, but like at least like try and like minimize their effect. Like
The fast break.
learn that. Yeah, exactly. Like try and minimize the fast break. Try and minimize the threes, and yeah, that's how you might win the series. That's how you might make this into an actual series instead of like at worst case like lose in our home game. Like
Yeah. Well, all right. While I'm making my point, I just want to hear the kids talking while I'm in my zone here. So I'm gonna. There you go. Mute you real quick. All right. That's why I don't live in New York. Not the only reason. It's one of the reasons. So I have to agree, but I think everyone's being so vague about this. This is the key. That's why I said role players. Luka and Kyrie will score if they want to on command. Now, the thing is, it's all about, I think that the adjustments they need to make is on the defensive side. And, we're going to get Jordan back here in a minute. Subway man over here. I'm just really like, I think they need to play kind of a zone where they have Rudy staying no matter what in the center. And because they can't have him drawn outside. If he floats outside, they're going to be
That's what I said.
straight to the basket. Is that what you said? Well, there you go.
Yeah,
See?
remember?
Oh, that is what you said earlier. That's right.
How about for you, Josh? How about
it's like it's what they say. It's like you have like a man. It's like a 3-and-D, like where you have like everyone watching that perimeter. But here's the other thing. You look at the draw ups from the game last night, like the tape. They were defending the three. They were overplaying the three, and Kyrie in the first half was getting to the basket because he was blowing by him because he's got that quick crossover. Now, so you have to give him some wide berth a little bit because he's not going to take a three every time. That's not his game. He can, but he won't. But he's got a very high basketball IQ. As much as he's been such a basket case, he's very smart. So you're going to have to give him a wide berth to an extent. But you're also going to make sure you have to do the switches, or else they're going to eat you alive. And PJ is going to camp out in the corner and destroy you with that three. That's where he camps out at. So I think I'm saying this game is going to be an Anthony Edwards resurgence. He is going to come out angry playing, essentially. I would be like, he needs to get to the basket more. That's the adjustments they need to make. I said this earlier. I'll say it again. They need to play from the inside out, not the outside in. It's unacceptable that giant man is taking his average shot distance is 20.5 feet. Unacceptable. Get your Chris Finch, get it together. I think that's his name. That's right, Coach Finch, right? Yeah. Get it together, bro. Come on. All right. So let's keep it on this game. Speaking of giant man. Giant man, do the ball. I spent executive producers messed up. I blame them. I said do like the bill is due. They did. Giant man, do the ball does. Oh, I'm gonna say does. Does the ball bounce back literally his way, but whom shall pick up the slack to clap back? Jack. Word. Let's go ahead and go the other way this time. Varsity, what you got?
This is quite the riddle here, E-Rock.
It's supposed to be giant man does the ball bounce back? It is a riddle. It's a nice rhyme. It's Dr. Seuss.
Dave, what do you think was like running through his head when he typed this? Like, what do you think was going on up there?
He wanted to be the Riddler.
Yeah, I'm the Riddler. Like, does the ball bounce back literally his way, but whom shall pick up the slack to clap back, Jack, on the attack? When there's
what I think he means is Ant due for a nice bounce back performance here in game 2.
Yeah, but I wanted to make it fun.
Okay.
It's the sports Riddler, Josh.
Yeah.
Look at this. Hold on. We got comments. I love it. We got comments here. Hold on. First, we're going to start with Vinny. Vinny's commenting. Hold on. All right.
Oh, Vin.
No, and then Vin says this. Vin says this too.
Look at the old gang back together. Look at this.
An AI with lowers.
This is some like severe Chat GPT malfunction stuff kind of going on right here.
It was a gaffe. We'll call it a gaffe, a Shane Gaffer.
I mean,
no, I like it, E-Rock. I like it.
I'm not
apologizing. I just think he needs
apologizing.
to refine it. He just needs to refine it more.
This is a suggested word on his eye. It was on a computer. Thank you. It was on a computer. Thank you.
You know what he
Vinny.
meant.
You knew what I meant. Oh, we got this, and we got one more comment. We
I
right
like
here
the new
from-
format, E-Rock. I like it.
Ooh, I like Joe's comment. This is very insightful.
He's right though. He's right.
Yeah. I like that, Joe.
I agree with that as well. All right, so answer me this riddle. Go ahead and answer thy riddle. I'll start with you.
So like I was telling you earlier today, E-Rock, I do think Ant-Man is due for a better game. He's kind of been having a pattern in the playoffs where he'll kind of score like 20 and then he'll have like a 40+ point performance next game. So he's done that a few times already. The Mavs defense isn't anything special in my opinion. I don't think they're gonna lock him down or anything. You're right. I do think that he's going to come out with more energy because he even said after game 1 we were tired, and Ant kind of comes off as like a truthful person. He seems pretty sincere. So he kind of just tells it like it is. So he was like, yeah, we just kind of came out flat, came out tired. So I do think now that they're down 1-0, they're in that hole. He's going to go balls to the wall, especially in the first half, to make sure that they get a nice cushion. He's going to do everything in his power, especially with the Mavs having all the momentum right now. But even if the Mavs win, they won by 3 points. It was anyone's game right until the end. So I don't think it's like going to be something where the Wolves are kind of dead in the water here.
I think that's a very interesting take. I do think that we'll go balls to the wall. Well, let's bounce the ball back over. Bounce the ball to pick up the slack to clap back, Jack. Over here to Gabe. Gabe, what you got on that?
Yeah, I think this new rhyme scheme works, first of all. Do you know what doesn't work is the Minnesota Timberwolves offensively. So I'm nothing if consistent. I for sure it's on the board that the series ends up being 1-1 after game 2. That's for sure on the table. But I won't be surprised, and I'm picking for the T-Wolves to be down 0-2. The Dallas Mavericks have too much more going for them, in my opinion. And you don't need both Irving and Doncic to be good. You just need one to be spectacular, and either one can be spectacular on any given night. And at the very least, you're going to get both of them to be playing good. So I like the Mavericks. Screw your take, Josh.
I'm leaning more towards.
It's okay for us to disagree, right, Rock? It makes for a better show.
I mean, I want you to disagree. It's like I said. Everyone comment, talk ish if you want to, talk all that smack. It's cool. It's okay if you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You know what? Prove me wrong. Or if I'm right, say I'm awesome. I appreciate it. But I actually am going to lean more. I've said this today. I'm going to say it again. I actually love the take that our friend. Let me bring the comment up. Our friend Joe over here.
That wasn't a good take.
Jaden McDaniels, former Hornet, is absolutely a crucial part of this series. Crucial part of this series. And so is Naz Reid. Naz Reid is going to have to, because here's the deeper team are the Timbs. The bigger team, more physical team, are the Timbs. Now, the most dynamic team would on the offensive side specifically, definitely the Mavs. But the best player on the floor, at least I think so, is Ant. I think he's the best player on the floor. Now, Luka is right there. He's right there. And Luka had a clutch steal, block, whatever, deflection on an possible alley-oop with Rudy. But Jaden McDaniels is 100% going to be one of those linchpin. Like, if if Dallas is going to have their role players chipping in and chipping away, I should say, digging in their feet, digging in their heels and chipping away, the team with the better bench needs the deeper bench, needs to do the same thing. Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, Mike Connolly needs to be a veteran. He needs to step up. It can't just be the Ant Edwards show. It can't just be Rudy needs to stand pat, and Anthony Towns needs to do more than he needs to be more in the middle and get rebounds and then work his way out to the 3-point line instead of just settling for threes. That's where it's going to come down to, because you know what you're going to get from Luka. He's going to be all of that. He's going to be all out there. He's the old man, the old dad bod dude at the Y, who's like, how is he this good? He's so slow. He's not very athletic. But then he's like, but before you know it, you're down 12-0. And you're like, how is this? It's like, it's the same thing with Michelob Ultra, but he's like, well, except he's 7 feet. But, this is, it's like, how is this guy? His shot goes all the way, it's like Euro shots, the Larry Bird. It goes cocks back all the way behind his head, and you can't block it. So this is going to be a 7-game series, probably 6 games, 7 games for sure. But I think I respect your take, Mr. Gabriel. I respect your take. I think it could go either way, but I'd be shocked if the Timbs went down again. But let's go to. I love this take though. Hold on, we glanced over it, but it's funny. Kyrie leaves Brooklyn, leads the way, 4-2 Dallas. There you go. Wow.
The Vinny wish list.
Wait, E-Rock, I have about your take. I have a question about your take. You said that Ant is the best player in the series. He's better than Luka?
I think so. I do. I believe so. Yes.
Why?
I do. Why? I think he's
why is it better?
Why? It was just the way you said it. Why? I'm like, all right, snarky. All right, snarky.
Judgment.
It's not like it's an outlandish statement. He's very good. I think he's the most. I think Luka. I said it's close. Because he's the most talented. I think overall, he's most athletically gifted. He plays better defense. He plays both sides of the floor better than Luka does. Luka plays decent defense. Ant plays great defense. And
Ant is better defensively. Yes,
I'm saying he's a two-way player. Now Luka is a force to be reckoned with. I'm not taking anything away from Luka Doncic. He is a monster. Right. I mean, he bitches and moans at the refs way too much. Pardon my French. It's ridiculous. He whines way too much. He hits some cheese with that whine. But Ant just is a freak of nature, and he's only going to get better and better and better every year. He has that Mamba mentality. He is not Mamba. He's not MJ, but he's got the mentality. That's for the record. That's what I mean. No one will invoke those names.
No, listen, Ant is amazing, especially for his age, and he's only going to get better.
I think he's the best player on the court, but just by a fraction, though. All right. Speaking of fractions, let's talk about a team that's playing tonight that, as good as they are, they seem to always just leave their fractions of their energy somewhere in the locker room, at home, at the pub, at the bath, because will y'all see him? Where will the pace need to come from to hit next gear going back to Indy? Talk about wordplay. There you go. Will y'all see him? There you go. I'm trying this funkiness out here. This isn't a riddle. This is just straight up wordplay. So I will just let's go back to Gabe this time first. Let's let you go. Let's let you hit it up, man. Will they see him? Which man needs to come off? Which guy needs to go off for the pace to absolutely go back to Race City?
Yeah, absolutely. And, speaking of fracturing, we want to put our thoughts and prayers out. Fracturing, because you said fractions. So speaking of fracturing, speaking of this, we want to have our thoughts and prayers out to all of the families in the immediate Boston area because of all the families that are about to be torn apart due to copious amounts of drinking because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown will inevitably let this team down. So I don't really see there's much room for hope or aspirations or them turning around that narrative anytime soon. Sure, they might beat the Pacers in this series, but I actually like the Pacers by a small fraction to win the series overall. And for sure, the Celtics aren't being the Mavericks or the Timberwolves. So all of this is rather mute either way.
That was awesome. I'm sorry, that was good. We're being very punny today. We're being very punny. Josh, do you want to elaborate and just give more puns, more wordplay?
Yeah, so I think someone on the Pacers who only gets like a fraction of the attention he deserves recently.
Oh,
TJ McConnell.
Yes.
He is someone that he was kind of cooking my Knicks last series. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a little bit embarrassing. He was very much having his way with our defense when he came into the game. He was constantly giving them a spark, and he also scored 13 points for them against the Celtics last game. He's been putting in work, and I think if he continues to do so, if he can maybe even approach like the 20-point range, that would be nuts. And that could lead them to a couple wins here. I can't in good conscience pick the Pacers to win the series. I just don't think they're legit enough. But TJ McConnell is a very much legit option off the bench, and he is definitely rising his stock very, very much so recently. So he could be a big X factor for them here.
We have a comment. Sorry, I'm blocking your face a little bit there.
I'll lift
Varsity.
up.
There you go. Yeah, lift up. There you go.
Yeah.
Straighten your back up.
With us.
Joe over here. Joe says they've lost a lot of game twos at home. Very true. They are 500 in the playoffs at home, give or take. They better get it together tonight because that team is not one to be messed with. Spoken like a true Knicks fan who understands the situation. It's very – you do not want to play with your food in this series. And guess what team is the king of playing with their peas and carrots on their plate and feeding their veggies to the dog? That would be the Boston Celtics. And I 100% agree with both of you. It's hard to pick the Pacers. I am in a weird way. I think the Pacers, if the Pacers win, it's going to be a 7-game series. If the Boston Celtics are going to win, it's going to be a 6-game series, in my opinion. This is a game tonight. I've said this on both of our shows, part 1 and on Pulse. I said this game's going to be a blowout one way or the other. It's either going to be the Celtics, the C's going out there and blowing the doors off, or it's going to be the Pacers running their asses back to South Boston. They're going to run them. They're going to run them into the sea. All right, because it's going to be they're going to have to go back to the port. All right, so it's going to be
nice sea.
Yeah, thank you. Running them to the sea. Actually, that was unintentional, so I'll take that one. See, there you go. See, oh.
See.
You know, C stands for in this case. Constipated on skill because they just have all this skill, but it just does not come out. So there you go. That's what C stands at. It is the most. If I was a Celtics fan, I would be so frustrated. So frustrated. Oh, so frustrated because they just don't perform. It is the most underachieving good team in the freaking. Jason Tatum needs to someone needs to literally put some Ben Gay in his jock or something or in his compression shorts because he needs to get some emotion going on. That dude just look at Ant Edwards, man. That dude is just like he's fire. He's fired up. He's like I'm ready. He could bite through metal. He could bite through an iron bar when he's playing. He's that jacked up. Jason Tatum couldn't bite through a cotton ball. That was a bad example. Okay, sorry. He couldn't. That was a bad. He couldn't bite. He couldn't bite through a. He couldn't bite through some cotton. He couldn't bite through cotton candy, bro. He couldn't bite through a thing of cotton candy. He is that soft sometimes. He's so big and athletic. Why the hell isn't he going to the rim? He should be going up and cramming that sucker. Jaylen Brown is, and then there's Jaylen Brown who has like the worst dunk in in NBA dunk contest history. So we're the guy who dunks it and then tries to last second put his hands over his neck. Yeah, all right. Either way, this is the Celtics. This is the Celtics to lose, but they're lucky to get away with that win. So good sign, or let's find out here. Good. Let me pose this question. Now that I have all y'all together, good sign or bad sign for the C's. I asked this earlier, but I want to postulate again. And good sign or bad sign for the Pacers. I'll let both of y'all have a nice an answer on both. Let's start with Josh this time.
A good sign or bad sign for the Pacers?
Good sign or bad sign for both teams. The result of the last game. Good sign or bad sign each team. Sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah. So like I was telling you earlier, I think that was the Pacers' chance to really make a statement and get some serious momentum in this series. And the fact that they threw that away is a pretty bad sign for them. I know what you might be thinking, like, isn't it a bad sign that Boston almost lost? Yes, but we already knew that they kind of choke a lot, so I'm not surprised that happened. The Pacers, though, they were up for a lot of that game. They were in the driver's seat, and they still lost because they threw it away at the end. So to recover from that from a team that's already better than you on paper is just going to be really hard. The Celtics have home court advantage. They have a better roster on paper. It's just going to be hard to now beat them in the series when after coming off a loss of that rough, where they had it in their grasp for 99.9% of the game. So I think it's a much worse sign for the Pacers because they're already playing from a disadvantage, and now they have to deal with even more of a disadvantage going for the rest of the series. So.
Yep. And the executive producers, they agree. C's always playing with their peas and carrots. They're just always trying to play with it. Stop trying to feed the dog. Stop trying to feed the meatloaf to the dog and all that stuff. Eat your food now.
However, it is a bad sign for the Celtics in the finals because I definitely think they're not going to beat whoever they play in the finals.
All right. Gabe, same question.
Oh, I agree with Josh's last statement. That goes without saying. And I just want to say, I like to position the podcast so that when these get clipped inevitably, one of us looks brilliant and one of us looks a fool. Josh, did you pay attention to the last series that the Indiana Pacers were involved in? They were down 0-2, they were down 3-2 and came back, and they've been in games like this, and we've just seen this where they lost their chance. It's over. They're donezo. And no, this isn't a gritty, tough team in the traditional sense, but this is a team that perseveres. And so it's more of a I can explain this if we want. I don't think we need to. But the Pacers is more of a jump shooting team when they're successful in terms of how they go about their mismatches on the offensive end. But they are going to compete. Shout out TJ McConnell. So I really, this series is far from over, and what you more or less said about the Celtics are known for choking. Yes, and until I see otherwise, until they prove otherwise, I'm gonna err on the side of the Celtics are probably gonna find a way to lose this for sure in the finals.
Yeah, I know.
Executive producers have come down and they've spoken. Hold on.
Here's the thing. Yes, I was watching the series. It's a lot different for the Pacers to beat the injured Bucks and injured Knicks than a mostly healthy Celtics team, right? It is different. You got to admit that's different. It's not the same thing.
No. Why do I have to admit that nonsensical statement? Why do I have to admit that?
Lord. All right.
You can't just take the results and act like each one is the same against different teams. There's different levels.
I'm not. I'm adding the nuance in both.
All right, hold up. All right.
Just because you didn't understand it doesn't mean that my statement was incorrect. That's okay, Josh. We're here for you.
Josh, I have to admit, this is your biggest faux pas of the day. Your biggest faux pas. What did I say? I said this to you earlier. This is like the only time I think we disagreed on our show because we were pretty much ubiquitous the whole time. Jordan is in the waiting room. He will be back to give his opinion very shortly. But in the meantime, I'm going to give my piece here real quick. There will be no peace because there is no peace in Boston right there. The Celtics have had just as, if not an easier road than the Pacers have. They've probably had an easier road.
I agree.
I know. So and they struggled in several of the games in that. They should have swept both series. They just play it around. They just play around. That's like what they do. And I know they don't go in depth. They don't go in deep. They don't try to go for the throat, like protect your neck, like Wu-Tang. They don't do that. It's not their style, which is that's not a championship team. That's why me and Gabe are so hard on them, because it's just like, I know you're not a Celtics fan, but that's why the Pacers are playing like they have nothing to lose. They're playing with house money right now. They're ready to go. They're playing like their ass is on fire. And that's the way you should be. That's the way the Celtics should be playing. You really want to win a championship? If Mazzulla wants to keep his job, that's the way they should be playing and coaching. Stop taking them jump back shots. There's like, oh, I'm getting complacent. And I'm going to do a low percentage shot. Like,
yes,
you're a powerful guy who was in a dunk contest. A guy who was 6'9", they say 6'10", but 6'9", 230 probably. Why is he not taking it to the hole more? Why is he doing these step backs, being passive? Like, you want the ball in your hands? So you want to be the face of the league? Take that dang thing, bro. What's wrong with you? Celtics just don't have that. They don't have that grit. The Knicks had that grit. The Knicks, if they had more pieces, I think the Knicks would have beaten them, because the Knicks have way more hunger. I think the Pacers have more hunger. They just don't have as much skill. They don't have as much talent. They're younger, but that could be a good thing. We shall see. You know what? Let's get Jordan back in here and see what he says.
Jordan.
He's still on the subway, apparently.
Yep, I'm still in the subway.
Long ride to the Bronx.
Yeah, I had to transfer to 2 trains, but yeah, like, if you're like, Boston is literally in win mode right now. Like, if they struggle in game 1, like, how? Why? You are against a team who's one of the best assists is TJ McConnell.
Whoa! Oh!
And I like McConnell.
Oh! Chill out on TJ. Whoa!
But yeah, Boston's in win mode right now, and they have to win, or else like Mazzulla's probably gonna be hanging outside of TD Garden, like not even head on a stake. Like, fans are probably gonna want him dead. Like,
oh my God,
it's the entire city and the organization, because like I said to you before, like, once you make the Eastern Conference Finals like 3 times, including 3 times, like, and you don't bring a chip, those expectations, like that, you're literally this close to getting canned, like. And they can Udoka for cheating on the night long. So like, they got a trigger finger.
Yeah, it's like Beetlejuice in reverse. Yeah,
exactly.
And so we Jordan, again, Jordan, I'll let you back in here. It's just the damn subway noise. We had a Game of Thrones theme. It was an unintentional Game of Thrones theme a couple days ago. And he said, heads on pikes, pikes gone. And I was like, yeah, metaphorically, that is not too far off from the truth. If Mazzulla doesn't, that Boston fan base, I was saying to you earlier, Gabe, that Boston fan base is going to be calling for blood. Look what they did to the GOAT coach. Look what they did to the GOAT coach. Ran his ass out of town. And then he didn't even get, and then they blackballed him, or they blacklisted him, where he didn't get another job anywhere else. The Boston media can just destroy your reputation. Destroy it. Ime Udoka is another one. Look at that. Well, except he found another job, unlike Billy B.
Better
Billy
blackball than blue, though. Am I right, fellas?
Yeah, one's money and one's, well, the other thing. So they're both. I'd go with, I wouldn't go with either, but blue's not good. Blue's not good. Carolina blue, but only on T-shirts, not anywhere else. Okay, so let's on that beautiful, delightful note about pikes and heads and other things. Me and Josh did this earlier, but Josh, we're going to do it again. Varsity, we are going to do it again because we got 2 other awesome people with us. And, being blackballed has to do with money. We aren't about blackballing here. We're about making that green, making that cheddar, making that Boston beer cheese. That's what we're all about. This is the bet line as I saw it recently. Let me make sure. I'll let one of y'all start. Jordan, how about you start? Subway dog, Subway homie. Oh shit! Oh, pardon my French. I didn't mean to. Oh, that was my fault. I didn't.
Yeah.
How about you start with this, man? Pardon my French.
What else? No, your French is good, man. Your French is good. Yeah, I think Boston might cover because like even with even with the weak defensive game, like they're probably gonna try and like win this because again they're in win mode now. They have to win. They need to win, or a lot of those players might not be. A lot of the role players are coming back, and Musiala's head might be on the line. So yeah, I think Boston covers. And for the over-under is over. It's over. Like, there's going to be a lot of scoring. Indiana's going to try and score a lot. Boston's going to try and catch up and win again. And my player prop is I think I said like Obi Toppin to make 0.53 threes. I'm going to go for him again for threes. Like.
No, actually, shout out. No, shout out. I want to give a shout out to you, Jordan. You actually called. I was telling this to Varsity earlier. You gave a great pick. The one person that Giant Man gave credit to was Jaden McDaniels. You know who your fan, and you know who your prop pick was? Jaden McDaniels. That was a money line, but money shot, baby. That was good. I'll give you mad credit for that. That was good. Look at that. Subway Jordan over here.
Exactly.
I love it. All right. Well, there you go. All right. So we have. Let me type this in. And you said Obi Toppin on points.
Threes.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Oh, and also let me go ahead. The line is moved. I'm just going to edit it right here. Not much, just 1 point, but every point counts. So there we go. That way everyone knows.
What you got?
So let's see here. Who should go next? Who wants to go next? I'll leave it open to y'all for deciding that.
Let's see if Josh learned anything, and then I can correct him if he's wrong. Go ahead.
Oh,
damn.
I'm sticking with what I said last show. I got the Pacers covered. Huh?
I think you want me to tell you? I think I remember.
I had the Pacers covering. I think I said Boston by 6.5.
You lowered the spread, which was an interesting move. I don't think I hear many people lowering the spread. That's usually it's a very weird. It's a very interesting tactic.
I mean,
I don't.
That's what I'm feeling.
I don't think that's a very prudent thing to do. That's hey, do you not like money? Hey, lower the spread. There you go. No, Josh, do you even bet? I didn't want to say anything earlier, but I'm just gonna look past it. I'm gonna look past it. All right.
I'll have Pacers covering, and I'll have Miles Turner over on points.
Yeah, I think that's who you picked earlier too. So I think you're staying consistent. That was funny. Yeah, Gabe, that was funny. You said that earlier. I just glossed. I heard it and I was just like, I don't think I've ever heard that before. Okay.
I guess. Well, what I was thinking was I just didn't think that Boston was going to win by that much. But then I realized now that it's probably not the decision.
Yeah, but then you can just say they cover. Then you can say Indy covers. But I'm going to lower the spread. Yeah, why not?
Oh, great!
I'm just gonna bet on both sides of it. I'm gonna bet the spread. I'm just gonna do that. I can't lose. It's a guarantee.
Oh, that's
unless
beautiful.
they literally get it even. It's like betting. It's like betting.
Oh, that would happen too if you did that. That's how it would play out.
Josh, I'm playing with you, bro. I'm playing with you. I let you off with it earlier. I just couldn't help it. It was that funny. But yeah. All right. I was being a gracious host. I'm sorry. All right. So, Gabe, it's that's a we're gonna bring back a form of defend your take, and that's gonna be on there for sure. Except I think I'm gonna call it outtakes. I'm gonna call it outtakes. But it's good. No, I've had a couple myself today, so I'm not gonna say anything. All right. So, Gabriel, are you gonna try and lower the spread? Are you gonna lower the spread as well?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Josh here. I'm gonna go with Boston Celtics plus 8.5. I just really think that's the move, you know.
Well, there's more to. You got anything else? I mean, prop pick, total.
Oh, I'll be honest. I thought that pick was gonna get a little more of a.
I was being. Oh well, I think you're stupid for saying it. Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, I was hoping for.
What are you hoping for? I'm just curious.
I was hoping for a little more of a reaction. Yeah, I mean, it was like a comedian pitching his own joke.
You're speaking out of both sides of your mouth. I'll say that we're talking all this smack about Boston, and then you talk about how Boston's going to win now on the 8.5.
No. I said I have Boston covering plus 8.5. Josh's line of thinking.
Oh, I get it. Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Went over my head. I'm sorry. That was actually funny. It could have been better. It was too subtle. It was too subtle.
It was way funnier after we explained it. All good. My actual pick
it was subtle. It was subtle. It was betting terms, betting terms. Gotcha. But either way, all right. Give me your real bet, and then we'll get back to ragging on Josh and you. That's okay.
No, just to clarify, Josh, if you wanted to do that, the reason why you don't do that is for value. So if you wanted to do that, you could find a book where you get Boston minus 6.5 to minus 7, for example, and then you get great value there if that's what you actually think is going to happen. But anyway, I actually think the Pacers are going to cover. I think it's ridiculous that they're nearly 10-point or double-digit underdogs. Again, totally on the board that Boston leaves the court tonight up 2-0, but I think we're gonna go to Game 5, and it'll be tied at 2-2. But for tonight, for sure, Indiana's going to cover plus 8.5. So me and Jordan are in a little bit of a scuffle in this one.
So you don't get extra value if you guess the exact thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you guess the exact one, you would. But you just saying Boston minus 6.5. Like, why would the books pay more for that?
Okay. Well, what I meant was like they would win by around 2 possessions.
No, let me say. I said this with Jordan yesterday, and I'm gonna make a very fun show because I've had people come up to me. I've had Lyft drivers that have given me rides. I've had people at the bar that have asked me this. I've had people that I know, like friends, ask me to explain the entire betting process. I'm not a pro. I have learned very quickly, but I'm not a pro. But like the sports book is intimidating. Like Prize Picks is easier for a reason. It's fan friendly, whatever, user friendly. Sports books can be intimidating. Things like what Josh is saying. There are bets that have exact score margin where you can do that, and that will get you a buku of money. Yeah. Is it risky? Hell yeah! Yes. So I am going to do what we're going to do. I'm not doing it until after the. I might do it during the conference finals, but probably not. I'll definitely do it before the NBA finals, and I hope everyone else, whoever can joins. We're gonna do like a fun, but like we're gonna make it interesting, but we're gonna explain certain nuances of the sports book. That way, because everyone's gonna be betting on the Stanley Cup and on golf and on especially the NBA championship. I want everyone out there to make sure that they know how to do it, because at least they're not just taking our word for it. They can at least like do some more research just out there. That's
a good idea.
I think so. Yeah, it'll be like a special. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till right before the championship. So it's intimidating, everyone. Don't get it twisted. I'm not criticizing anyone. Sportsbooks are ridiculous. Plus, I hear people say all the time because they love the word parlay. One of the dudes said like, oh yeah, I keep doing parlays. I'm losing money. I'm like, because you're doing parlays. You're literally saying all or nothing. That's what a parlay is, fool. And it's like, oh, you can do individuals. You can even do like one single line of the. It doesn't like. We'll explain it. We'll explain in further detail at another point. But we're gonna help you. We're here to help you, baby. We're here to help you, baby. Let's do it.
Especially you, Josh.
Especially Josh and Jordan, who she said.
Sorry.
And Jordan.
Sorry, Rock.
What?
I was too busy educating our good friend. Can I get my player prop?
Oh, hey, shit. My bad. Oh, shit. I said again. Yeah, I'm allowed to say shit. Shit. All right. Yeah, go ahead, man.
So for Josh, this one's for Josh, first of all. To win for the Boston Celtics to win by 326 points, you get that at plus 500, which is fantastic value. So if that's where you're leading, that's what I would go with. But for my actual player prop, this is a man who's finding mismatches. He looks rejuvenated. We're going to take the alternative points total, just points, of Al Horford. Right now, you can get at over 10.5 points scored at minus 115. I want to bump it up and give myself a little better value at plus 12 points scored at minus 105. So I get a greater return.
That is very intriguing. And you're gonna love my 3-leg. Ironically, I was criticizing a parlay.
But doing a parlay after all that.
But I know how to do a parlay. I only do a parlay like once in a blue moon. All
right, that's fair. That's fair.
And it's only player props on Prize Picks, so it's like, and it's $5. You know, it's worth it. I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier. I'm going to do a Cavi Rock, like I said. This is going to be the Cavi Rock of the day here. I said it earlier. I'm going to do it as well. If you want this, I was right about the other game. I'm going to do the same thing. I said it earlier. 8.5 is too much. If you're feeling cautious, Indy is going to cover 8.5. If you're feeling randy, if you want a little extra sauce on your enchilada, a little spiciness, a little extra sauce on the enchilada, I'm taking the money line on Indy. And I was 1 second away from getting that damn thing. I said, like, I'm pissed about that. I was one Halliburton blown coverage away from a freaking from getting that money line, betting $10 and winning 90. So, and I'm bumping this total up. Alternate total. 235. Actually, I'm even bumping it further. I'm doing 240.5. Because they're going to shoot skyrockets in flight, afternoon delight. 224 is way too low. It's at least going to be I had 235. I pulled a Siddharth. Shout out Siddharth. He's in Bangladesh on vacation. There you go. I'm the overlord this week because I said 235. It easily covered, and that was in regulation. I'm going to say the same thing, except I'm going to bump it up, get even more value. If I'm feeling randy and extra sauce on the enchilada, a little extra, Texas Pete on that. extra Texas Pete. Good spice on that. I'm doing the Indy money line. I'm doing an alternate total 240.5. That should get you around with a $10 bet. I'm not a mathematician, but I have a beautiful mind, but that should get you on a $10 bet. Shoot, that should probably get you like $100.
What's it at? Plus what?
So Indy plus 300, and then alternates total of 240.5. Yeah, see, I don't know how to do it like you and Dre do. So,
are you parlaying it? Right, that's what you do.
I guess I would parlay it in this case because it's the same. It's kind of coupled together. So yeah, I'm parlaying it.
All right, so 200, 300. Give me a sec, but I got you.
Yeah, it's all good. But that's $10 and a $10 bet to make it round out.
10.
And while you're doing
you're gonna get about 110, 120
for $10
for your $10 bet. Yeah, that's gonna be around plus 1,100, around plus 1,200.
You're welcome, world. You're welcome. And if it works out, and if you're feeling cautious, definitely, I'm guaranteeing. I'm doing my Charles Barkley. Guaranteed. I'm guaranteeing that it's going to be over 235.5 if you're feeling cautious. If you're feeling Randy,
Damn.
240.5. That is a guaranteed. And here's the other one. Now, the Indy, if you're feeling cautious, Indy covers. If you're feeling extra sauce on that enchilada, on those fajitas, go with the Indy money line. Indy's going to win tonight. It's going to be a blowout one way or the other. I'm thinking Indy's going to pull like they did against the Knicks in 6 or 7, where they're going to go out and blow the doors off them. It's going to be a 60% shooting night. And I already have a parlay leg set up for prize picks. So I'll just go ahead and tell all y'all what it is. Hallie, 19 points. It may have changed by now, but when I did it, it was 19 points. I went eclipsing that. Obi Toppin, 10 points with the demon next to it. He's gonna eclipse that because he's gonna play close to the rim tonight. He does not need to shoot. That is not a good thing. I have Al Horford on the trio. Shout out to you, Joe. I love you. The trio, which means points plus rebounds plus assists. He has 20.5. I have Al Horford going under because all he does is camp out at the tray line in the corner. That's literally all he does right now. It's kind of weird to see. So it's kind of a waste of space sometimes. I like him. I love him as a person, but he's a geriatric. So, the dude's sitting there all his whole time. He's just literally like working on his AARP right now. Okay, so he's working on his 401k, I should say. All right, so yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. If I'm gonna do something that's different from earlier, just give y'all because I want to give you something that's updated. Here's something that's interesting. I'll let y'all decide this or not. It's another red demon. It's a demon, which is 10x on prospects. TJ, everyone's favorite, TJ McConnell, 11.5 points. Bold, I know, because he's a wild card. But he's capable though. And it could pay off for it. That's what I'll give y'all. That's what I got. And you guys got time to get it in right now because we got 30 minutes. Thank you. I have learned from people. I have learned because I have had people that are wiser in certain areas than me. I'm wiser than them in certain areas. And Gabe, I want to thank him for that. And Dre, and Jordan teaches me things like he likes Wendy's all the time. And I said, I know I had to drop that in there. It's like
all-time clip right there. All-time clip.
Wendy's in their exploitation of racism. And he's like, yeah, I like Wendy's. I'm like, that was totally missing everything I just said. All right, that's cool.
Going just gummies.
Why am I looking
You
at
don't mess with Jordan's Wendy's.
That's the gummies. I said Wendy's, not gummies. He's trying to plead. He's trying to plead altered mind. That's what he's trying to plead right now. I like
exactly.
Wendy's. Yeah,
I love them.
Man, look at the token. They're trying to make a token black dude just because they have one guy in there. He's like, yeah, I like Wendy's.
Yeah, 50 nuggets, man. 50 nuggets.
I like the chicken. Like, good God. I was like, we were like, well, all right. We circled the brag, circled around here. All right, we touched it all. We've gone all bases. There we go. All right, everyone. I think we're going to make everyone some good money today. It's right about that hour mark. We've got it before. Get your bets in, everyone, before it happens. In the meantime, let's go ahead and it's that time of the show. And we're going to start with Jordan since he was late getting on. He was on his duty.
Come on, Jordan.
Booty duty.
What you want? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that Philly again from earlier, man. Yo, what Jean you want to say? What Jean you want to say, bro? What Jean you want to say? What Jean you want to say, man?
I have two things. It's good seeing you again, Gabe. Hope you're doing well, physically, mentally, and I think, spiritually and also once you got that clean shave, some single moms are gonna be like, ooh, he going MILF power, man. He wants some
milk. Oh God in heaven. He said milk power. He's talking about
milk.
He's talking about milk power. No, he's talking about milk. Everyone out there, he said milk power.
Milk power, baby.
Keep your bones in your teeth. Keep your bones in your teeth.
Do that Josh Hart diet.
Oh my god. That Nick Cannon diet. That Nick Cannon diet.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
They like milk. I mean, it's 2%. Hey, come on, it's good for your bones in your teeth.
Yeah.
Calcium, yeah.
It might not be from a cow, but
Okay, all right.
You'll find me on
I'm losing control of the show. I'm losing control of the show.
You'll
Josh,
find me on
oh no,
sorry,
sorry. Where can we find you? Where can we, other than with the cat? Other than with the cat, bro.
Exactly. You'll find me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. You'll find my writing on Total APET Sports. Love you guys.
Love you too, man. I'm still gonna keep you on. I'm gonna take us all off at the same time. I got you.
Yeah.
I might mute you if you say that again, though. I might mute you. I will blackball you. There you go. I will Bill Belichick your ass. All right.
Mute me for what? Free speech?
Yeah, but in this world, I'm the dictator. I'm the final word at this point. No. When it comes to milking cats, we're not in Meet the Parents. Okay. All right. So, Josh, please save me fast. Varsity, please save me.
You already found me on Twitter at Josh Valdez 100. So for the record, I did mean an exact point total. I just said it wrong. So I'll say what Gabe said and do Celtics by 3 to 6 points. Yeah. So I'm writing for clutchpoints.com, and I'll be back at Total Apex Sports soon as well. So find me in both of those, and you know the vibes. Shout out to the new podcast formats out here, man. I'm with it all. So much love, and I'll be back on soon.
Josh is like he's backpedaling so fast he's gonna moonwalk right through that wall over there.
That's right. Look, I admit that I said it wrong. Okay, I admit it. It's fine.
You're gonna moonwalk right through that wall, bro.
I didn't realize that you have to say it a different way when you're lowering it instead of raising it.
For the record, I did mean this. All right, okay, man. Damn. All right, put your dancing shoes on now. All right, come on. I got you. No, Josh, it's cool.
I'm still new to it. Remember all those months ago when I said I'm not a spread guy? That's why. See?
You're not. It's not as bad as what Homeboy here did. Gabe, you didn't hear this, and I told him after the show. I said, I ain't gonna get on you. I'm talking about Jord over here. He said we're in the middle of talking about the damn betting line, and he says, yeah, I was like telling him, he's like, yeah, I don't really bet. I'm like, we're talking about betting. Don't ever say. I said lie, please, lie.
Exactly.
It's like saying I go on a sports show. Said, yeah, I don't really watch sports.
I'm just not into it.
I go to pools.
That's the second time I've had to do that on a podcast.
Free pools, baby.
I did it with that gentleman,
Mike.
Yeah, he said, I don't know betting. I'm like, we're on a betting show. Just lie.
Oh yeah.
But Jordan, you need to start betting. Come on, get into a habit. Get into a habit, bro. Come on.
It was crazy when a team reached 90. Remember?
Be a gambler. Be a degenerate gambler.
He said,
I want to be my sister.
It's rare when a team gets over 100 points. I'm like, and we were talking about the Pacers. I was like, have you seen a Pacers game this year? It's like video game numbers. Oh my god! All right, and poor Mike. I'm not gonna make fun of Mike. I'm not teasing him like that. Either way, you can. That's fine. Either way, I'm teasing Jordan. Said I don't really bet. I don't really bet sports. I'm like, well, just,
come on, Jordan.
Today you do.
I bet once. I bet it once. Like
you only bet once.
Well,
no, a couple of times. Like I bet it on like on one of the playoff games like a year ago.
Okay.
You're not helping it. You're not helping this case, bro. You're not helping the case. You're literally just making it worse right now.
Yeah,
You're making it worse.
Hey, he's an honest man. I like it.
Exactly. No, honest.
You said betting had to be honest. No one ever said betting had to be honest. What is this? Here, just prove to everyone I do bet. This was me all last night. This was what I did. So everyone needs to know. And there's wins.
How many wins did you win, Rock?
I won 4 out of 5.
Nice. That's good.
That's
I
really
didn't
good.
bet. I was micro betting though. I want to make sure that I didn't go too far in because the series on the West is dangerous. These are the games that I actually feel comfortable betting on because
Yeah, no, I get that.
scoring. I can tell trends faster.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe over here is about to swallow a fly, and
You always saw flies.
but yeah, no. This series is this is a bettor's delight. Everyone out there, this series is a bettor's delight. High scoring, fairly predictable because they just know what they're going to do. If you feel uncomfortable, like I always say, do not hesitate on a sports book to do in-game betting. Wait till the halftime, see what the trends are, then go with it. Don't be impulsive. If you don't feel comfortable about it, don't bet it. There you go. That's the key. That's why you don't be like my friend who said, "I'll parlay it. I parlay everything." I'm like, you just like the word parlay, bro. What did you watch, Pirates of the Caribbean or something? Parlay, like no, like no, just don't do all that. All right, Gabe, it's finally your turn. Bring us home before I bring us home before I try to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to E-Rock, shout out to Josh, shout out to Wendy's man down at the bottom left.
Shout out to Dave from
Fantastic blokes, fantastic labs. But CuriousSportsPulse.com. Find us also. I'm realizing now I will never be able to change my Twitter to what I want it to be because it's too long, but that's for another day. At SportsPulse100. And on the YouTube, what you do, Josh, is you go to www.youtube.com.
Oh God.
Curious Sports Pulse, a raven purple looking thing. That's our YouTube channel, so check us out there. Jake, appreciate you for having us on.
Gabe, what's your show like over there? How many shows you do in a day?
It's about the vibes mainly.
Nice.
We do at least 2 a day.
Beautiful.
Yep. And I appreciate also, thank you. I appreciate Gabe coming on. Low key, we wanted to. We're doing our separate things kind of right now, but we also wanted to make sure that we kind of promoted each other's, and we still want to continue to. So I really want to I want to say I appreciate you, Gabriel, for having me on earlier. I hope to be on and whenever you want me to be, and you're always invited on to this show as well, along with YouTube goober. Well, this one goober and this poor guy. This guy is getting his ass kicked today. It was not intended.
Which one?
This goober over here. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's talking about. You've been in court too long, man. You've been in court too. You've been breathing the court air too long, man. Oh my God. You couldn't. Oh man.
No, I've been breathing the bronze hair too long.
Yeah, that's probably true too. When are you getting done with jury duty? Should be done this week, so we'll get Jordan back.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Oh dang! It's a case.
Case after case.
All right, let's just go ahead.
Case after case after case after case.
Let's put our cards on the table. Let's put our cards on the table here real quick. Jordan, you like being on jury duty. Don't lie. You like being on.
I'll talk to you after the show what it really is.
No. It's you like it. You're just making excuses.
No, I don't.
Like, I'm telling you, I could have gotten out of it. All right.
I actually.
Jordan wants to find you guilty. Jordan wants to find you guilty. That's what it is. So beware.
No,
beware.
I do want to find you guilty. But I do want to find you guilty in giving bad advice. And if people will lose their money, like I said, blame me, Rock. Don't blame me.
Why are you blaming me?
And
I'm right. Why are you blaming me?
Gabe might get the depth. Gabe might get the depth squad soon after him. And
What?
Josh is just chilling.
What is happening? All right, he's muted. So he's muted. Executive decision. He's muted. Okay. So, oh my God, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick before anything else happens because I don't know if he might figure out how to break the code. No one is getting anything, and by the way, blame him for all your betting woes. Listen to me. Listen to Gabe. Listen to Josh. Josh gave really good advice about betting earlier. He's had great prop picks today, minus that one snafu.
Right.
So
happened.
Follow.
Can we find ScOutCast on social media? What's up with that?
I was about to get there. You sure as hell can. You sure as blank can, bro. Hey, ScOutCast is coming up. We're trying to build it up. We're carrying over the same players that made everything special about Slash the Paint get fired up, including our esteemed host that guy. I don't know how it's like to my right on the screen, I guess. Sorry, reverse screen. Andre will come on here at some point as a guest. Would love to have him on that. Learned a lot from both of them. Hopefully, I've given some in return, some knowledge of any kind. And Josh also is a beast. Jordan is a beast, but I don't know what he's talking about right now, so I'm going to just glance past it. Dear God in heaven. So I will just go ahead and ScOutCast is on YouTube. It is on there. You can type that in. You can go to my social media, X, Twitter, X, Twix, whatever, right, left, Twix, either one. But on Twitter, it is under my livinggood09 handle. And let me go ahead and let me take that down real quick. There we go. I want to make sure everyone could see it. There it is. Sorry, Gabe does this better than I do, but I'm getting there. So ScOutCast, Onside Take will be the football show that comes on, probably about training camp. And we're going to I'll announce to all of you watching out there, 14 that are live viewing and the rest that will watch after this. Watch Sports Pulse 100 over there. Josh Valdez 100. Jordan Jury Tootie Ramos. That's not sticking.
He loves it.
I told you he loves it. JC Ramos 68, 98. Look at your own peril. And we will. But check out all of our information. We're going to have more media coming up, and then there's going to be more shows that pop up. And me and Gabe will probably bounce back and forth here and there on each other's shows. So enjoy the game tonight. Put some good bets in, make some money, and all of y'all, one love. Take it easy, all right?